the CTA, the green limousine. All right. But anyway, man, I want to drop some jewels on y'all, man, and also at the same time, PR. My new single, Dipping, it's out right now, streaming on every platform out here. All you gotta do is search LC1, because I'm rolling past my old stomping ground, 39th Street. Came from Wendell Phillips, star basketball player back in the 90s and everything in the game. But anyway, I want to drop some financial literacy for y'all, man. And, it really was sparked based off the conversation I was having with one of my constituents at work, man. And, I've been hearing them rant for a long, long time, man, about the job and so forth and carrying on and how he don't want to do, you know, this and that and, and et cetera. And, just missing this opportunity, man. It's like the brother younger than me, 47, I'm 49. I've been down at my job on my site for 17 years, gonna have 19 years on the 15th. And I see what they doing now. It's like they trying to over excessively work officers that got a little tenure, right? A little time, right? As usual. I done been through this episode about 15 times since I've been on this site. Whenever you start accruing a little time and then you start earning an X amount of dollars, passive money, they feel that um, the work that you're doing is not good enough, and then they want to over excessively work you and feel like the pay that you earning is justifiable. Okay, now I really don't complain about anything because it don't make no sense to. It's opportunity. I don't complain about it. I just get the change about it. That's it. And I take that change and I invest it. So I just follow suit, just like Master P kept telling and kept saying. He was like, y'all gotta invest 3/4 of y'all money into yourself. And he was right when he was saying that, man. He was hitting it on there. You gotta invest money into yourself, however you see fit. And I started with the music. I started buying my own equipment. This was going all the way back to when I was in college, getting those free disbursement checks. I wasn't running out buying no clothes and none of that. I started buying the music equipment. I started seeking knowledge. Started studying. You know, Same thing I did when I played basketball. You know, I made every basketball team I ever tried out for because I put the work in, man. I started grinding shit. You know what I'm saying? Like my father worked for CTA. After he got out the army, he was out there in Inglewood. I was out there 1, 2 o'clock in the morning in a badass neighborhood, still shooting the ball, practicing, working on my game and shit. Just like Derrick Rose. You gotta put the work in, man. You know, put the time in. So when I hearing this young fella talk, man, he younger than me, and I be like, damn, dog, like you going off, like, nigga, you at a place of wealth, and you don't want to take advantage of the opportunity. Like, we down at the Art Institute, man. The building is priceless. You feel me? It's like you can't even like uh, you can't even put a price on some of the art that they own down there. They got benefactors, they got trustees, they got corporations donating to their institution. They got Hugh Hefner, Playboy Enterprises. They got a lot of people and things invested into they corporation, which is the Art Institute, a private sector. You can't get into it because I would have got into it if I would have, if they was on the market like that. But it's a private sector. It's probably on like the Obama Foundation. Obama, he took a spin off of Donald Trump, and his fund is worth. His building is not the building, but the fund is worth $1.6 billion. You know, I'm really into finances now. You know what I'm saying? As you get older and stuff, man, it makes sense to be literate. Because people out here are mismanaging money, and it can be fixed, man. Just the situation that we in right now. That's when Brandon Johnson, when he took office, that's my peer. I didn't vote for him because I seen where he was going with it. And I thought Lori Lightfoot still should have been the candidate for the position because her wisdom and she was making improvements and in the city. And I seen her close up 3, 4 times at the Obama exhibit at the Art Institute at the Luminary. She came, hosted the event. I was so close to her. I could have had a conversation with her, but we couldn't really talk to them like that. So, but I felt that she was the best person for the opportunity, and him being my peer, I felt I know how it is now with my group. We managing, owning in the city, and I knew it was gonna be a good fit because he's pretty much like a Trump. He's trying to run this like a business, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's like this is a totally different ball game here. It's all about the people right now. And it's like he got to adhere to that first, address the issues and the concerns of the people. Like the one issue is the enforcement. We need more policing, especially like still. That's why I started riding the rails like that because of that issue. There's too many incidents, man. Too much crime. And it's like it shouldn't even be that way right now. How 2 police officers get shot right down the street yesterday or the day before yesterday. Then before that, they over there shooting by the Obama Center. All these different incidents that's happening, and they can't have that, man. They didn't put so much, they invested so much in the infrastructure over there. I live over there, so I know, I see it. Like what they call it, Midway Passant. That's the roads, like the Hayes Drive. They constructed all that, man. Paved the roads, cause you can't have tourists riding through here, and it's like shit. They cop around and break an axle or something, and, riding through bumpy areas and stuff like that. No, that's why they did that because they know economically what Obama is gonna do for that area, and then for the city of Chicago in general. The revenue is gonna go up, because of him and his institution. So, it's like the brother man who was talking, he always be, ranting and stuff and voicing his opinion, like, especially in areas where I think he really should, humble himself, because he on the other side. Well, he came over onto the other side today, and he was ranting, and I just had to speak on it, like, man, dog, like he was saying, like, man, I got 25,000 in my 401k and woo this and that. And I'm like, 401, you got 25,000? That ain't enough money, dog. I got that shit from. I got about 6, 7 thousand from Securitas and pension money. I got about 3, 4 thousand from Allied, and I haven't contributed anything. And it's based off your time. And he was like, I'm not doing no overtime and all this and that. And I'm like, nigga, you walk into the hood drinking liquor, nigga, like you wasted time. Like, and he was like, I'm gonna retire 62, and I'm gonna buy a house. I got 25,000 in 401k from Macy's. I'm like, my nigga, you need to take that money and roll that over into a Roth IRA, simple. I know I got all 5 of them. I'm contributing to my IRA Roth account in August. I'm about to call Allied, ask them because they started taking monies and elected to start give me 401k. I don't know what their plan is. I'm gonna ask them, what's in this plan? What's in this 401k plan before I even start contributing? Because I don't even have to because I have my own investment plan. And that's all I was trying to enlighten him on. Like, dog, you got 25,000 in your Macy's 401k plan, and you don't even work there no more. Why haven't you rolled that money over into a IRA or a Roth account or whatever, and then you can have access to it before you retire? You say you're gonna retire at 62, and you talking about buying a house. Where? In the city of Chicago? Have you looked at the the market for for real estate? Just alone, it's 300,000 just to buy probably like a little hood home or something in Chicago. It's ridiculous, man. Come on, got property taxes and shit. I'm like, dog, you ain't making no damn sense, man. Like, now me being a little bit older than him, you know, I'm on my investment plan now. I started investing with my music first. As soon as I got down to the Art Institute, I took a picture in the locker room. I told the site manager I want $1 million because they know what they was getting. You inheriting an artist, a musician. Before I got down there, I was already published. I know they was gonna use me. That's their storefront. I'm not stupid. I did my little homework. I was an A student in high school, as well as being a athlete, star athlete, and I was the smartest athlete. And I was like number two in my class. I was the salutatorian when I graduated, not the valedictorian, the salutatory. I was right behind the number one person. And right now she's representing, she's doing entertainment. Her name is Mickey Johnson, and she's doing like she got a show called Rumor Has It, a podcast. But I was just trying to tell her brother like, man, dog, you ain't making no sense to me, man. How you gonna buy a house and then you don't know what the house gonna be inflated? What by the time you 62, be in our 40s now, late 40s, nigga, it's gonna be terrible around here. Foreclosures all through the hood, probably. If somebody don't, a group don't come through and buy it, like they finna buy it, the university finna buy it. Most of that area over there, like over there on 63rd, they finna push all them niggas out of there. That's a done deal. Especially with Obama down the street, they finna clear Jackson Park out and Washington Park. Mark my words, in the next 5 years, we number white folk all through the hood. What you remember and call as the hood, it will no longer be that because you won't have enough money to live over there because they already inflating what the rent. That's why Mayor Brendan Johnson just came out with a mandate. He was like, look, you can't evict nobody right now. He helping the niggas over there. You can't evict nobody right now. Right. Trying to keep them, keep them with having a housing. But they're gonna have to go through a program. And there's gonna be some stipulations when you're trying to go through them programs. Right? Because he know what Obama about to do. That revenue coming, and they're not gonna have that crime over there. They can't have that crime around him. And he's bringing money. His foundation is worth 1.6 billion right now. It's going to hit. It's going to be 50 billion in about 3 years with the revenue he's about to earn. I had a person in my car when I was doing the Uber. My car, I just rolled past the shop. My car ready, and I elected to put my car back in the shop for the second half of this year because I know how much I'm going to earn. I already earned 20,000, and it's a good investment. But I did because I put my car back in the shop. I put 4,000 in it for suspension. Like, it's terrible out here. The roads out here is terrible. The side streets, I'm rolling over potholes and shit. Like, man, I'm talking about shit.